Hello and welcome to the campus of Princeton University here in Princeton, New Jersey. Today we are exploring the long lost and storied history of Princeton's interurban trolleys. So let's cut to some history and I'll see you up on Witherspoon Street.
Trolley service in the Hopewell Valley, where Princeton is located, started, as with many trolleys, in the late 19th century. In the late 19th century, the U.S. was gripped with trolley mania, building new trolley lines everywhere. While some trolleys were in cities, a fair few were interurbans, connecting larger cities to rural areas or connecting a series of smaller towns. Princeton's trolley story begins in 1899 when the already extant Trenton and Mercer County Traction Company started construction to extend their line from Lawrenceville to Princeton. 2 years later, in April of 1901, their line was completed to Princeton. However, on the other side of town, the Trenton-Princeton Traction Company, colloquially known as the Johnson Line, was also trying to reach Princeton from a different northerly route, and in October of 1901, they completed their line into downtown Princeton. Service continued and was booming throughout the 1900s, 1910s, and 1920s, but when the Great Depression struck in the late 1920s, the lines were quickly doomed. A combination of this economic downturn and having to compete with the faster and more comfortable Pennsylvania Railroad led to these trolleys' demise, and the Trenton and Mercer County Traction Company had abandoned their line by October of 1931. The Johnson Line, however, kept on going, mostly because it was partially subsidized by the Reading Railroad. But by the late 1930s, even this arrangement was unsustainable, and service ended in late 1939. However, there are still a fair few remnants today, so let's cut to me on Witherspoon Street in downtown Princeton to see the first one.
On Witherspoon Street, that's Nassau Street, the main drag, because this right here, this corner, is where the Johnson Line trolley.
You already heard about these two lines in the history section. Let's fast forward a bit.
So there are no real remnants here. That might be an old rail covered over, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this was the old trolley terminus. And now we're gonna walk a bit that way over to Elm Court, which is a senior living place, but it has a bike path. That is the old trolley line. So I'll see you over there. So this right here is the old right-of-way of the Johnson Line. It's now a bike path. Over there is the Elm Court, where we will be coming back to get on a bus. But first off, we're walking down this about a half mile to the old Stony Brook Bridge. So there's a brook. It's called the Stony Brook that runs through this area. And both trolley lines had to cross it. Unfortunately, the South Line, the Trenton and Mercer County Traction Company line, their bridge doesn't exist anymore. But this North Line, the Johnson Line, the bridge's abutments still do exist. So if you walk there or if you bike there, because this is also a bike path, which is a great thing to have, you can see it. That's exactly what we're doing now by walking down here. So I'll see you down at the Stony Brook Bridge. Hi, so on this little path off the main bike path, there's the bridge abutments. I was going to go down to the creek bed to see them, but you can't really access it safely. So this was the old Stony Brook Bridge, across, of course, the Stony Brook. Oh my god, those are ducklings! That's a mom duck with her ducklings there. Oh, that is so cute. Oh wow, that's great. Anyhow, this is the Stony Brook Bridge with some baby ducks or swans. Oh, that's so sweet. Or geese. Those might be geese. I'm not sure. Anyhow, this is the Stony Brook Bridge. Okay, I've come down the trail a bit more. It's through the trees, but now you can see the abutments better. And down there are those baby geese or ducks or swans. Oh, here are more. Oh, that is so sweet. Well, yeah, this is the Stony Brook with the Stony Brook Bridge and baby geese. I think those are geese. I'm not sure. I'm sure that I'll put a text box up if I can find more info. But yeah, this is the Stony Brook Bridge. I'll lean down a bit so you can see a bit better. And that was so sweet. So now we're gonna walk back down this little main road to the bike path, which we will take back to Elm Court, and I'll see you there. Hi, I'm here at Elm Court, but the bus is late, so here's a review of the Elm Court bus stop. It's just a bus shelter with a sign for the freebie, which was the name of the service before COVID. One thing to rant about though, why is the bus shelter the designated smoking area? That makes no sense. Just why? But and anyhow, I have to wait like 15 more minutes. You don't though. So through the power of editing, here's the bus. My noble steed has arrived. A goofy-ah minibus. Yay. This bus is 14 minutes late. I've been here for like a billion years, but here it is. Yay. Hi, I'm on the bus. It's a classic minibus, loud AC, wheelchair lift, although not jiggly, which is impressive. We're now heading down to Palmer Square, which is not that long of a ride. This route has some very funny deviatoriness up in northern Princeton, but we're not going up there. We're just heading to downtown Princeton Palmer Square to connect with a tidal transit bus, specifically the 5, because it's a weekend, which will take us to the Lawrence Apartments, which is close to where the other trolley, the Trenton and Brook Traction Company Trolleys, ride with. So I'll see you down in downtown Princeton, Palmer Square. I made it. It's an XC35, little electric bus. Let's go. Hello, I'm off the bus. The weekend shopper. It's a little electric. It's not really a minibus, but yeah. I do have mixed feelings about battery electric buses. In this specific case, Princeton University has enough governmental power over the town that they probably could have trolley busified their system, but I do realize that is kind of stupid. Anyhow, we're now walking to the right-of-way of the Trenton and Mercer County Traction Company trolley line, which is very cool. And sadly, I'm not going to be able to walk the whole thing for two reasons. Well, one, I was never going to walk the whole thing because it's a long walk. But unfortunately, the NJT bus I was going to connect to after walking most of it is 15 minutes late, and I wouldn't have any time to get to my dinky heading back. So instead, we're only going to walk a bit of it, and then we're going to get that same bus route back. So without any further ado, let's cut across to the Institute of Advanced Study, and I'll see you at the trolley track trail. Alrighty, I just walked through the Institute of Advanced Study, which is an independent research center near Princeton campus, but not on Princeton campus. It was where Albert Einstein lived for the final years of his life. So the cool thing about the Institute is that they also maintain a park system, the Institute Woods. And this is the route of the Trenton and Mercer County Traction Company's Princeton Line Interurban Trolley. So here it is. It is perfectly preserved, and then it curves onto Quaker Road, quite similar to the trolley route. I will put up an old map now, where there used to be a bridge across the Stony Brook that is now sadly collapsed. But yeah, this is that, and I'm going to get some thumbnail shots, and then we'll head back into town. Here on the trail, on the old route of the trolley, it's just so peaceful. And I think I'm going to end the video here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.